Welcome to Pro Se Lawsuit Center. I'm Coach Neighbors. Are you trapped in a marriage you can't escape without losing everything? Maybe your spouse is cheating, throwing it in your face because their spouse knows that you're doing things because you'll lose everything. The slight vulnerable narcissism every day. Maybe you've been walking on eggshells for years trying to avoid fights, only to realize the chaos was intentional and the other person was enjoying. And here's the worst part. You know, if you step into divorce court, you'll walk out broke. You'll get half of what they leave me. Maybe you'll get half of what they leave you. Divorce court is not about fairness. It's a $1 billion profit machine. Judges and attorneys feed on your pain. They strip your property. They drain your savings. They humiliate you in public. They leave you powerless, and they walk away richer. That's why I built the marriage dissolution lawsuit package, and I used it myself. I used it for my foster kid, my ex-foster kid, and we have several videos on YouTube about how that went. And they, you know, he did everything, and they went after me anyway, and we got that divorced. And we're still in federal court. And when they tried to drag my foster kid into divorce court, I stopped them cold. Here's what you get inside this package. You get a notice of marriage dissolution to place in the public record, not file. You place it in the public record. Once stamped, it dissolves your marriage legally before the judge can touch it. Now, the judicial notice of dissolution is the same document, except is formatted to file in federal court, and the judicial notice is also provided. And you attach the marriage dissolution that's on the public record. You attach it to the judicial notice as an exhibit to file in your lawsuit if they come after you anyway, or whatever. You could even file it in your counterclaim if you need to file the counterclaim. If they already have divorce. If they file divorce against you anyway, you jump up with the counterclaim first, with the counterclaim document. And then, of course, you have the federal lawsuit in there as well. So you have the counterclaim that you would file in their state case. But before you do that, you would add those players to it. You would add the state to it as a plaintiff. You would add the judge to it as a plaintiff, because the judge is getting paid by the state, and then the attorney, and then your ex, if you wanted to just do what you want to do. It's up to you. Now, this jams up the process because they can't represent themselves. They can't litigate a case they're a party to. And then we have affidavit and certificate of service to prove that you delivered everything as protection from your false claim. And you also have a demand to strike the bar member's notice of appearances. You can strike the judge's notice of appearance. And this is the stuff you do after you get your counterclaim stuck in their face. Mm-hmm. Your finishing move, your strike the attorneys or even the judges. Once you're ready, you need to get ready first. And every document is styled as a legal document. And the stuff that you file in the recorder's office, it's all, you have to double check and make sure that it contains all of your state requirements. Which I'm pretty sure it does, but you just want to double check. Now, this package works. I've lived it. I've helped several people in my family use it, and other people are using it. It's been on the website. It just got beefed up, though. It just got beefed up 7 or 8 months ago. It's ready for anything right now. I've seen it dissolve the marriage in the public record, stop the divorce cold. Well, it did that, then we had to sue them in federal court. But maybe, we have what you need. And you get to keep control of your life. Now, we set up the mini workshop, and we're going to have a mini workshop for all of our packages. We set up the mini workshop so that you can invest in your documents or in your lawsuit package or in the package, and then come to the mini workshop after you've done your homework and you're going to what you got and what your plan is and what and all of that. Okay, then when we come to the workshop, we're not starting from scratch at the gate, behind the gate. Okay, because when you get to the workshop, you need to understand what you got and what you're doing. So then we could talk about expanding things or doing something different or having a little more fun, increasing the punching power. That's how we're going to do that. So we have the Marriage Dissolution mini workshop, and it's all set up right now. We have a workshop for the RICO students. Now, I have 3 openings left for the RICO, and the cost of that is going to be the cost of the premium packages, which is $1,500. After this course gets rolling, I get my reviews from all of these people that are going to be in it, then the next course is going to be, I know, I might leave the next course at $1,500 too, because I need to make changes if I need to make changes. So when I'm ready, the final course, is going to be $3,500. It has price $3,500, and it's going to be educational type of thing where you're able to train to defend your or other people or do whatever. All of the legal mini workshops that we put on. September the 3rd at 8 o'clock, I believe, and it's going to be free. We're going to talk about what we got in the package and how to use it and see if, other people have questions about applying it in their situation if they're already in the middle of, In the workshop, we're going to try to walk you through the step-by-step on every document. We'll take your questions live in the workshop and how you can apply this package to your life. That's kind of going to be the crust of what we talk about, really. You need to understand what we're doing so that you can step up and understand what you're choosing for this situation. So the way this goes, here's a choice. You can walk in a divorce court, lose half of what they leave you, and let them profit from your pain, or you can end the marriage legally in the public record, stop the divorce trap, and fight on your terms. Grab the marriage dissolution package right now, and then get over to the other page and reserve your seat in the workshop before the countdown ends. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your package. I'll see you in the training.